Hey! Today I'm making this video because I want to start a You're Not Fat campaign. And this is really sad that I think that this is a problem because in the US we're apparently a country of extremes, and in this case our extreme is obesity, or obesity if you're, I don't know, Canadian or something. But the problem is that it is seemingly the norm for someone to either be really, really fat or anorexic. And I just want to help out kind of everyone by, pointing out the problems with this and the problems with our society and why it is the way it is. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm on a cross-country team, and I'm in college, and so these girls are really fast. They're mostly all really lean, and they're fast, and they had to work hard to get here, or some of them didn't, but you get the idea. They're really athletic and really fit, or whatever, and they're sexy. Including me, I guess, but like six packs and everything. But I always hear them talking about how they think that they're fat. And at first I thought they were joking, but then they just kept talking about it and how they, like, oh my gosh, my belly fat, and I'm so self-conscious, and oh no, I have cellulite and everything. And, I guess one thing I could do is to explain to them, like, no, you're not fat. Even... like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're like 140 pounds and you're tall and you're a girl, you're not fat. But I know that I couldn't just tell them all individually that wouldn't really make sense to them. So I thought I'd make a video not for them, but for everyone. More and more girls who are not fat and don't really have a lot of body fat on them are starting to think that they are fat, or they just naturally do because of society and blah 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 and media and feminism and all that. But I think it's disgusting that we have to live in such extremes, and a big part of that is because there's no arbitrary... we're losing the arbitrary sense of the word fat, because it's mostly just either you're a stick and you're a model and you have no body fat and you're really super healthy, or unhealthy if you're anorexic. But I'm not talking about anorexic people here. I'm talking about girls who are a healthy weight, who think that they're fat and unhealthy. And, it might be that some of them have good metabolisms that they don't give themselves credit for. Like, maybe they eat a lot of shitty food, but they still end up skinny and then think they're fat and complain about it, but don't do anything about it. But what's disturbing to me is that these same girls would talk about, not meanly talking about it, but like talk about like anorexic girls and how tragic it is, and how they were so thin but they thought they were fat. And I was just thinking, like, I kind of said something like, well, aren't you doing the same thing? Because to me, what it looks like is that they were just more successful than you at losing weight, and it got to an extreme. And that's unfortunate, but when it comes down to it, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to love yourself. It's your responsibility to check back and see if you really do need to lose weight. Probably, yeah, that could be healthy for you to lose a few pounds. But please, I beg of you, please make sure it's for a good reason. When you say I'm fat, or when you think it, try and think about why you really think you are and what you think skinny is. Because I don't think that anorexic people are stupid, and I don't think that they just mindlessly follow fads. I'm sure some do, but it's just, we're conditioned to think this way, and we're also victims of our own society. And you have to ask yourself why. you want to lose weight? Is it because you want to look like a celebrity? Is it because you want to be sexy? Is it because you want the approval of other people? Or do you want the approval of yourself? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to feel healthier? Do you want to feel powerful and empowered? Because if that's the reason why you're losing weight, and if you're doing it healthily, then that's awesome and I encourage you. But we can't, because it's too much of lose weight by any means necessary, whether it's starving yourself or overworking yourself or whatever. And I don't like that. I think it's better to be, a few pounds over your ideal weight than to be unhealthy like that. And I can't say that I can sympathize with that because I haven't been overweight, but look at it from the other perspective. What if I were to tell you that I spent time at home starving, essentially, because I didn't have enough food to eat, because I was running and I couldn't find enough to eat? How do you respond to that? Do you think that I'm lucky that that happened to me so that I can just be skinny? Do you think that it's okay to be skinny by whatever means necessary? Do you think that you can only ever just lose weight and that's fine, but if you gain a little weight, it's horrible? Like, that doesn't make sense, because it's this thinking, whether you're anorexic or not, whether you're fat or you're overweight or whatever you want to call yourself, and you think this way, it's unhealthy. And it's your responsibility to change it. So I'm trying to help you. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying to help you help yourself. So go help yourself. I mean, if your doctor tells you that you could lose some weight and it would be a healthy thing, then it probably means you could lose some weight and it'd be a healthy thing. But a lot of the time, it couldn't. I mean, don't just come up with these ideas because of something you saw on TV. And I know you don't think you do. I know that you don't think that you think that way. But I just want to say, please check yourself every once in a while, because I found myself thinking like that too. And I would have to think, oh wait, why do I think that way? Is that healthy? And another thing that I want to point out is that, especially for women, and I know that men suffer with anorexia and everything and being overweight, but I'm going to focus on women because I think they're targeted the most out of, I think women and gay men or whatever, but women are targeted the most when it comes to losing weight and having this ideal image and being perfect and everything. And I would like to slowly just point out that women are actually supposed to have a little bit of body fat. They're supposed to have more body fat than men, because for them to be able to historically be pregnant and go through famine and not lose their child or their own life or starve to death. And that was the norm. It used to be really attractive for women to have body fat, and actually some studies have come out that men actually do prefer women who do have some body fat as opposed to none at all. Not to say that if you're really skinny you're not attractive, I'm just saying there are different types of beauty for different reasons and different situations, and it doesn't have to be necessarily what the status quo is, what the internet shows, or, well, this is on the internet, but what ads on the internet show, and what kind of people are on TV, and what kind of people are popular, or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. I think the word fat is really just a way for girls to put down themselves, no matter what situation they're in, no matter what they look like. So that's my 2 cents, I guess. So, take this video with a grain of salt if you want, or you can get really pissed at me, that's your choice. Or maybe learn something. Thanks.